For real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder.
From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders. And it's distributed evenly.
That's always one of the hardest things to do, is going up many weight classes to beat a naturally bigger guy. If he can do that, we're talking about he's one of the greats. You know?
Concerns have surfaced ahead of Terence Crawford's showdown with Canelo Alvarez after reports from Top Boxing News suggested the pound-for-pound star may be dealing with a lingering shoulder injury. With fight night fast approaching, the rumors have stirred debate among fans and analysts over whether Crawford will step into the ring at full strength, and how much the alleged issue could impact his performance under the spotlight. Former world champion Tim Bradley, however, isn't buying into the speculation. He argued that no one outside of Crawford's tight inner circle truly knows what's happening in camp, and stressed that injuries are often exaggerated in the lead-up to big fights. Bradley made it clear that come Saturday night, Crawford will be ready, shoulder or not. In his view, even if Crawford is less than 100%, his mentality, toughness, and elite skill set will carry him through. By brushing aside the injury talk, Bradley reinforces Crawford's reputation as a fighter who never leans on excuses and always commits to giving his best when the lights are brightest.
You already know the rest. Tap that damn shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. We don't care about that shoulder. Man, I see some bozos talking about, oh, his shoulder hurt. All this. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You just talking just to talk. You have no clue what's going on in Crawford's camp. No clue. So shut up, bozo. Man, tired of this, man. God, man. Even the stuff about Boots beating the hell out of Canelo. Fugazi. That's not true. That was not true. That was not true. Man, everybody always creating stupid ass narratives just to get views, yo. For real. Crawford 100%. Crawford is 100%. If he ain't 100%, he 90%. He's still gonna fight. He's still gonna fight. That's just what it is. Forget that damn shoulder. Bro, this is what we signed up for. This is part of being a fighter. That's what it's part of. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. This is what comes with it. That's it. Stop making excuses. Don't want to hear that, man. Hell no. No excuses. No team. Winner takes all on this one. That's how that go. Winner takes all. We don't want to hear no damn excuses by anybody. I know I don't. Hell no. Canelo win fair and square. He win fair and square. That's just what it is. He's the better fighter. Period. If Crawford wins fair and square, he's the better fighter. That's what it is. Period. I don't want to hear nothing about no weight. I don't want to hear none of that. Nope. They the same damn weight. That's what they are. On fight night, they might be a different weight.
Saudi advisor Turki Alalshikh, the driving force behind bringing blockbuster boxing events to the kingdom, shared his excitement over the magnitude of the upcoming showdown. Calling it the biggest fight they've ever hosted, Alalshikh emphasized not only the scale of the promotion but also the global spotlight it has attracted. When asked about Crawford's move up in weight, Alalshikh expressed full confidence, insisting that both fighters will step into the ring prepared and at 100%. His remarks highlight the professional environment being cultivated around this super fight, an atmosphere designed to give both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford every chance to deliver at their highest level. For Alalshikh, the moment is about more than just a contest. It's about celebrating boxing history on a stage that will capture the attention of fans worldwide.
It's been good, and this is the biggest fight in the last 10 years.
What do you make of Terence Crawford's shape? He posted that photo with the six-pack. How do you think he's handling the weight?
This is the fight, the biggest fight for them, and they will be ready 100%, both of them.
Thank you very much.
Oscar De La Hoya, Hall of Famer and Golden Boy promoter, weighed in on the steep challenge ahead for Terence Crawford. He noted that stepping up to face Canelo Alvarez is a massive leap, made even riskier by Crawford's year-long layoff. According to De La Hoya, Crawford would need to deliver a near-perfect performance to neutralize Canelo's blend of power and experience. By contrast, De La Hoya suggested Canelo's path to victory could be more straightforward: absorb Crawford's shots, control the tempo, and ultimately impose his natural size and strength. Drawing on his dual perspective as both a legendary fighter and seasoned promoter, De La Hoya underscored how factors like weight and ring activity often prove decisive in the sport's biggest showdowns.
I feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo.
When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, it's going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo, who's a natural 175. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all. Berlanga's a big kid. Right. So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard. But then again, I think about Crawford's ability and his IQ and his footwork.
Executive club, getting a fresh haircut. I just want to talk about Canelo Crawford is coming up this weekend, and everybody's excited here in Vegas. The electricity is in the air. So even though these guys are combined almost 80 years old, it should be a good fight. And let me tell you why. Crawford is coming up 2 weight classes, and he's coming off a year's layoff. So that's a huge advantage for Canelo. If Canelo forces his will on him, he'll probably be 190 pounds inside the ring on fight night. I give him a great shot in the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round to knock out Crawford. If he doesn't do that, then Crawford is going to box his ears off. Might be another Mayweather versus Canelo. Remember when Mayweather was just schooling him and making him look silly? That can happen again this Saturday. So everything has to be perfect for Crawford. He has to use his footwork. He has to use his speed, his combinations, his ring IQ. He has to stay disciplined. And Canelo, all he has to do is take Crawford's punches, but he cannot be comfortable inside the ring.
At the pre-fight press conference, Terence Crawford confronted the swirling rumors about a shoulder injury head-on. Rather than bristling at the speculation, he leaned into humor and sarcasm, turning the chatter into a joke. The light-hearted response projected confidence and signaled that he wouldn't allow distractions to derail his focus or shift the narrative. Crawford's reaction showcased one of his defining traits: mental composure under pressure. Throughout his career, he has thrived under the brightest lights, never giving opponents a psychological opening. Once again, he reminded the boxing world that his mindset is as sharp a weapon as his skills inside the ring.
Hey, Terence, how are you? This is Chava Rodriguez from ESPN Knockout. You know, to be involved in this kind of event has a lot of rumors. You already know that everybody or many people saying that. I don't know if the next one, the right one, or both, but somebody said that you have some kind of problem in any one of your shoulders. Just clarify what is your position about those rumors?
Yeah, my shoulder. You know, so don't tell maybe the right, maybe the left, but it's both of having problems with my shoulders. That on the right.
Finally, everybody says that Canelo is going to be the favorite in the, stadium. There are a lot of people supporting that. What about Omaha? Do you feel something? Many people from Omaha is coming to support you this weekend right here in the Olympic City.
Former welterweight champion Shawn Porter, who once shared the ring with Terence Crawford, offered a detailed breakdown of Crawford's physical preparation for the Canelo challenge. After observing him in training camp, Porter praised how Crawford has added muscle while managing the transition in weight seamlessly. He noted that the added mass is evenly distributed, showing in Crawford's legs, chest, and arms, without compromising speed or agility. To Porter, that balance is key. It signals that Crawford's growth has been deliberate and functional, designed not just for aesthetics but for performance. In his eyes, the adjustments position Crawford to hold his own against a naturally bigger opponent like Canelo Alvarez.
I think most people get wrong when they're thinking of putting on weight fights.
Most boxers don't lift weight. That's kind of the no-no in boxing. But as I like to say, when you're putting on weight, it has to be muscle. You can't put on fat. You can't put on, sluggish, nothing. So the best thing a fighter can do when he's trying to gain 10 pounds to fight at another weight class is hit the weight, up your protein and things of that nature. Saw the man eat. The man is eating brilliantly. He's doing it all right. And that's what I meant when I said, when he decided to take on this challenge and Canelo Alvarez, it takes a good 2 years to successfully put on 10 pounds along with successfully putting on 10 pounds to get your body to acclimate to that weight, right? So when people talk about him being out of the ring for 13 months, they really have to also accept they have to understand that he's been working and training for everything that he needs to do on fight night against Canelo Alvarez.
So you saw him in camp as he was building and putting that weight on, and you said that you think he's doing it right. From what you saw then from training, do you think he's carrying the weight well then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw it in his legs. I could see it in his arms and his shoulders, and it's distributed evenly. You'll get a lot of guys who are bottom heavy. You know, they don't have much on the top half. So once you get to the inside, they don't have a lot that they can do with you from this standpoint. I know a lot of people are concerned with Canelo Alvarez. Should he get in close? What's the strength situation going to be like? Will Crawford's put on the right muscle mass in the chest area, in the ab region, and in the arms and things of that nature? I think he's going to be able to handle the strength just fine.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo has, and how we find how they even out who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out. You know what I mean? So,
despite encouraging reports from training camp, Terence Crawford found himself under scrutiny after a photo surfaced showing him meeting with Ilya, where he appeared to be carrying a slight belly. The image quickly ignited debate online, with some fans questioning whether Crawford was truly in peak condition. Skeptics even suggested that earlier training photos, where he looked sharp and ripped, might have been edited to project a stronger image. The stark contrast between the pictures fueled speculation about his physical readiness heading into the Canelo fight. Such criticism, however, is nothing new for athletes at the highest level. In the build-up to a mega fight, every detail is magnified, and every snapshot, fair or not, becomes part of the narrative.
Well, first and foremost, the reaction to the photos. I'm in the gyms all the time, and I was in the gyms when these photos came out. So the first photo that dropped was the one of Terence looking all jacked up and ripped and lean, and glistening and perfect lighting. And I think he actually posted it himself. And all the guys in the gym were like, "Yo, Crawford looks sick. He's in great shape. He's gonna win. He's gonna knock Canelo out." Blah blah blah. Then a couple days later, the photo on the right comes out where he meets Ilya Tapora, and he looks fleshy and he doesn't look great. He does, like exactly the champ said. It's probably, pre-workout. He probably just drank a bunch of water after the workout, so he's a little bit bloated. He's also not flexing. He's relaxed.